Yo, what's up for you guys? Mike here, your host here in Mix TV. Today's episode is gonna be something special. This is dedicated to those young living independent distributors like me. You know why? Because this episode will be covering the pre-launch of the Oil application for Android devices, which I personally developed. All right, so we're gonna go through it, and I'll explain a little bit about the app. But before we go deep into that topic, I would like to request for everyone to like, share, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, for more access to my videos, not just this one, but also for the other videos that I have. All right, so I'll be talking about the app that I developed, especially for young living independent distributors just like me. I'm a new joiner. I'm fresh off the boat. I was thinking of finding a faster way of accessing information about the products that we have, oils, and among other things. And I thought of building this app to be able to make it easier for me to respond on some of the inquiries from my potential customers, and some people who are interested in buying just the oils. So for example, how much is an oil, or how to join, what oils works well with other oils. This app will help you at least answer most of those questions. But before we go to that, for those who haven't installed the app yet or haven't had the apps yet with them, that's okay. We'll be releasing the applications to you guys. But for those who already have them and you are having problems installing them, this video should explain to you how to avoid problem of installing the app. So most likely Google Play Protect is enabled on your phones. So just go to your settings, security, and look for Google Play Protect. Alright, and temporarily turn it off. Alright, so because this app is not on Play Store, and I didn't put it there, so Google will block it. So don't worry about it. Once you install the app, you can enable the Google Play Protect again, and it will scan it. As you can see, it's already installed on my phone, and I enabled this Google Play Protect afterwards, and it scanned. It's okay. So you guys don't need to worry. All right. And secondly, these are only for Android. I'm sorry for all the iOS users. I haven't learned developing applications for iOS. Let's see. Maybe there will be someone in the group that is an actual iOS developer that will be able to help us improve it, or develop for those people who are using iPhones. All right. This is not a bloatware. What is a bloatware? A bloatware is something like installed on your app, and it just gets bigger and bigger and occupies space on your phone, or fully utilizes your memory. So it's not similar to that, because everything is online, everything is cached, no physical images are stored on your storage, so your storage space are safe. Okay, so first I'll be talking about the load screen. So the moment you install the app, you will be able to run it, and when you click the icon, you will be welcomed with this loading screen. The loading screen basically is an opportunity for the app to load all the data in the back end. It will also have its own database in there, and to get you all started. So there are two options there. You can go and just click Get Oily. That will get you all started, and there's a check button there that says Reload Oily Data. So I will explain later on what that Reload Oily Data is, but for now, let's see what happens. So the first screen that would show up is a very simple screen. So I didn't make it really complicated. So it's just two groups, categories, and popular data. Categories will contain all the oils, personal care, health and fit, home products, and beauty. And one that is coming up will be DIYs. Below that are popular products. These are products that are, you know, are selling really popular. So these are all based from the website as well. So I didn't make this up. It's all coming from the data, from the website. Now I'm gonna show you why do we need to reload oily data. So the application doesn't regularly connect to the internet, so it doesn't waste your data. Internet. So the only time it will connect is when you reload or refresh your data. And when do you do that? If there are new data that needs to be onboarded on your phone, you can just click on the reload oily data and it will say uno momento refreshing. So then you will get the freshly loaded data. So if there are new countries that are being loaded, you will get them instantaneously. So the app doesn't always connect to the internet. So that's also one saving that this app can do for you. So the only time it will connect is only when you reload your oily data. So currently the application only has Philippines and Malaysia data in it. Alright, so we are currently working on Canada, US, and Singapore. And we are open for any assistance in getting all this data in. It's quite pretty simple. So if you are interested in helping getting your country data in, let us know. Comment down below, and we'll be happy to share how to do it and put it in. All right. Second, the data that is by default filtered to your view will be based on your country. So if your phone or you are in Malaysia, despite having all the data from other countries, you would only see the Malaysia data. Alright? Of course, that doesn't stop you from having potentials from other countries. So you might also want to know the prices for retail or members, or what products are available for that country. You can go to the filters. So that would be on the next video of the app. Alright, so just remember, when you log in, by default, it's based on your country. So if you're in a country that the data is not available yet, don't be so surprised your application will not show anything. But no worries, you can go to the filters later on just choose a category, essential oils and blends, click that and go to filters, and then select the country that you want, and then it will show up. Alright, so since we're talking about categories and details, let's look at it. So looking at the categories or the main page of the application, you will be able to access different categories: oils and blends, personal care, at home, beauty products, diffusers and accessories, and among other things. So it's easily accessible by swiping left, swiping right, and then clicking on the category that you want to drill down into. Alright, so if you choose oil and blends, it will show you all the oils for your country. Again, as I mentioned, the data that is currently defaulted to your view will be based on the country to where you are. Right, so currently we only have Philippines and Malaysia. So if you're in Philippines, when you access the application, it will only show you by default the Philippines data. And if you're in Malaysia, then Malaysia. If you're in Australia, don't be surprised, nothing will show up. But then that doesn't stop you from looking at other products by going to the filter option. We'll go to that in detail in a bit. Alright, so when you go and drill down to a product, you click it, or you click the categories, you will see products in two views, the grid view and the detailed view. The grid view will also show you a bigger picture, while the list view will give you a long list. Alright, and by default, the data are sorted according to name. Alright, and the first information that we would see is the point value and amount, and it's in the currency to where your country is. Alright, sometimes you would notice that the images are slowly loading. It's because, as I mentioned earlier, it's cached. Alright, and the only time that it appears is when you scroll down to that particular product. The application doesn't load all the 100 products images all at one time. It will only load as and when you scroll down or scroll up. But the moment that everything is already loaded, the next time you access the application, images are loaded really fast. So sometimes it depends on how fast and how the big memories of your mobile phones are, then it will be faster. All right, so pretty straightforward. Just choose the categories, show the list, and then click the product, and then it will show you the details of the particular product. Okay, so the group, the categories below, popular products, are captured from the website itself. So it's this information are available on the youngliving.com website. This will also change because it's configurable and it's all online. So it depends on what is popular on that month or probably on that week. It could change. So the only thing that you need to do is reload your OID data to get the updates. This doesn't have any push notification yet. As earlier, it doesn't connect to the internet as frequent to prevent data usage. Alright, so when you click on the product, it will show you the details. For example, lavender, it will show you what works well with. It works well with piscine calming and desert mist diffuser. And you will see two icons there. It indicates that this particular oil is diffusible, and then it is also topical or applicable. There's a third icon that says ingestible. So if a product is ingestible, it will also show that particular icon there. Alright, so at a glance, if you look at the product, you would also already know if someone asks you whether this is diffusible, this is something that you can apply, or ingestible. Just by looking at the product itself, it will tell you that it is. So those are quick information that are available on a product that's on the app. Alright. Also, it shows the prices for retail and member, and the PB, and the sizes of the bottle. Alright, this is very helpful because sometimes when I talk to potential distributors, they would say, would it be, what's the difference if I buy retail, if I get a member? So you could immediately say, for example, if you buy this particular product, the price for retail is this, and then if you are a member, it's gonna be this much, so this less. So that's one way of like trying to get them, interested in getting into Young Living. So that's what I did. So and rather than like asking them to wait for you to get the information, it's like very handy and it's already like available on your phone. All right. So if you have any questions in particular to this particular portion of the app, let me know. Comments down below. Improvements, suggestions, comments. We're open to it. We will check it and then we will see what we can do about it. And the next one will be filtering. Okay. So guys, next up is filtering. So this is the module that's a bit tricky for me and I would say the most challenging one. But just don't forget that the data that you currently are looking at is based on the country that you are in. So if you're gonna filter, it means you're filtering based on the products that it's in your country. So there are a couple of information in the filter. It's like you can filter by point value, price, range from to range to. It's an item redeemable. You can filter based on the country, subcategory, and the usage. All right. So for example, if you are in oils, subcategory will also change. So the categories will also change based on the type of the product. For example, if it's oils, then the subcategories will be blends, singles, and those kind of stuff. All right. And again, by default, when you filter, it's sorted based on the name. Okay. So a slider is provided so that will give you flexibility on the amount. For example, if you put price as a filter, it will give you a flexibility. So the maximum for typical country is 10,000. Of course, this will change. For example, if the country is Indonesia will have a bigger amount value. So if you change the country, if you are in the country Indonesia, then that will be defaulted to, I believe I put it 100,000. But if you are filtering for that country, if you choose the country on the country filter Indonesia, that particular slider, the amount will change, and it will also change back if you reset the filter. Okay, it gives you the flexibility to view other countries by selecting the country filter. So currently I'm selecting Philippines, and then it will only show data from the Philippines. And if I want to select essential oil flavoring, and if it doesn't have there, then it won't show anything. So once a filter is applied or is active, the icon will show a green tick, and X button will appear beside it. It means you can reset the filter that's currently active. Also, when you go back to that screen, it will show you a notification filters are active. You can also clear it from there. All right, so just remember, once you apply a filter, it's active even when you turn off the application, even when you turn off your phone. The moment you come back, actives are the filters are still be there. So just be mindful when you do a filtering, and then you're surprised the moment you get to your system, to your mobile app, you don't see any data, or you're seeing the wrong data. Most likely your filters are active. So just reset them, and everything will turn out fine. All right. So this applies for every category. So every category, if you select it, the filters will also apply to that. Of course, the category will be different, so nothing will show. All right, but if the filter is generic, for example, you just filter a price or a PV, and then the country, and that's generic across categories, then most likely there will be data that will appear. But if you filter, for example, oils, and then you filter singles, and then you go to the category of beauty products, of course nothing will appear. All right, so don't be surprised. You can just do trial and error, and let us know what else we can improve in this. I know there's a lot, because I've changed this filter configuration many times because I wasn't happy on how it was implemented. And I'm the kind of person who develops as I design as I go along. I develop and then I design on the fly. I don't design and then develop. For me, it's faster that way. So yeah, so that's just how I work. All right, so for those of you who already have the application, play around with it, see what works, see what doesn't work. Let us know, comments down below, what else we can improve, suggestions or things that we can add. And yeah, so information that are appearing in the drop down list are also available based on the data that we have in the system. So if it's only pH in Malaysia, so if there are other information that is specific for a country, then it has to be in the system. All right. So talking about the data, we are open for everyone's assistance to actually help us encode those data. For now, we're doing Canada, as I mentioned earlier, Canada, US, and Singapore. All right. Also, the information button at the upper right corner of the application will tell you about the application and how you can support it for us to further improve and do more enhancements. All right. So I'm almost at the end of the application's presentation. So if you have any questions or any doubts or any clarifications you have in mind, please comment down below, and we will try to respond to it as soon as we can. Right? And just a reminder, for those who haven't subscribed yet, please help this app grow by subscribing to my channel. And that's the only thing I'm gonna ask for. And I'm just willing to help and share this app. If it works for you, I'm happy. If it doesn't, then it's okay. If you have a better app, share it, right? So sharing is caring. All right. So I'm gonna end this video by giving you something to look forward to. I'm looking at further enhancements on a better sorting option. All right, uploading your DIYs. So I was thinking of, you can select the item from the list and then add it on your DIY, and then call it a different name, and then put directions on how you do your DIYs, and then upload it so everyone can actually see. All right, that is something that I already have in the framework. You can also upload a PDF format of your DIYs, so that would also be accessible or downloadable by those people who have access to the app. Also, Facebook integrations. If you want to share or you like a product in the app, you can also share it on your Facebook. It doesn't require you to log in, it's just an integration on Facebook. And hopefully a push notification, so if there's updates on the data in the back end, everyone will be notified through their app. Alright, those are just small things that I'm looking at, and hopefully I would get to improve them. With your help, subscribe to my channel. I will continue further improving this further. Alright, so again, thank you very much for your time, and feel free to volunteer on entering the data for the countries that you are in. So I have teams in Qatar, Canada, US, Philippines, and here in Malaysia. So we are trying to get some of the help from them as well, in order for them to fully utilize the application, so as and when they need it to. Alright, so again, this is only for Android. I apologize for those iOS users, because I am trying to learn iOS, but it's just difficult. It's just that I already have a background in Java. That's why it's easier for me to adapt Android. Alright, so once again, thank you on behalf of the other Young Living independent distributors just like me. I hope you guys enjoy and like this application. Use it, fully utilize it. Let us know what we can improve. Share, and then subscribe. Alright? Okay, so this is Mike, your host here in Mix TV. I hope to see you again, and bye. Alright, so that's the end of that video. Thank you guys for watching. And for you guys who haven't subscribed yet, come on, click that subscribe button and get more access to my videos and more upcoming ones. Alright? So, I gotta go. I'll see you around, and I'll see you to the next vlog. Peace. Bye.